What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to the Cool Koi Show, brought to you by the undisputed world of MMA, where you enter all world of MMA and all things fight fans. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for the new subscribers. Let's subscribe to the Cool Koi Show, because when you come to the Cool Koi Show, you feel what? Smooth and cool, baby. Too cool for school. Fight fans, I'm doing a recap fight reaction video off Royval versus Taira. I just got done watching the fight. First and foremost, I just want to say it was an amazing fight. It seemed like these two fighters wanted to top the Taira versus Khalil Roundtree fight at UFC 307, because it was most definitely five the night.
Nice hand. Yeah, great timing.
And I was just telling my man Drapo, he was saying, I expected a knockout from Royval. And I expected, a finish from Taira, because coming into this fight, Taira was the prospect. He is 24-0 coming into this fight. Not 24-0, 16-0 coming into this fight with Royval, and he expected him to get a finish, or he expected Royval to get a finish. But like I tried to tell him, it really, get me excited when I see the top five and two high-level fighters at flyweight just, implement a whole MMA mixed martial arts game, fight fans. I'm talking about rolling on the ground when it comes to the striking, the grappling, just everything when it comes to MMA. It excites me more to see these fighters going after it. You know what I'm saying? Like making this a competitive matchup, and just seeing this skill set that they possess and the threat that they possess at flyweight. A knockout, yeah, it's cool here and there, but you don't really get nothing out of a knockout. You get more out of a fight like Khalil Roundtree and Alex Pereira we've seen. That's a fight. We seen a Muay Thai fighter versus a kickboxer. You know what I'm saying? We got to see their skill set. We got to see their heart, the determination to keep going when things got tough, and when they get tired, they continue to push forward. It's just a different levels. I like to see mixed martial arts MMA, not Marab and Bilal, who just like to dry hump you and try to stall, take you down, but then to take you down, they don't like to work on the ground to actually do some ground and pound. Those not the fights I like to see at all. You know what I'm saying? I like to see just an overall MMA game, and that's what we got. Blessed with Brandon versus Taira, and let me tell you something. It was a good fight. Taira had his moments. Brandon had a lot of moments on the feet.
This is the distance. Still crispy on the feet. Two left hands. I'm telling you, this guy's
he need to work on not getting hit, but not getting hit. Taira like to throw punches or counter punches, but he leaves himself open a lot. I noticed that in the fight, and I noticed that in his past fights coming into this fight. That's the reason why I had Brandon winning the fight. I got the pick right. I was going for Brandon in that fight, and I'm glad I did. But this is not it for Taira. Taira is a young kid. He's 24 years of age, first of all, and he's in a main event. That's a lot of pressure. He's in a main event on a Fight Night Vegas 98, fighting worldwide on national television. He's 24 years old and looked it good. He didn't look bad. It took Brandon to the 5th round, and it was a decision. It's like I had Brandon finishing Taira like in the later rounds. But good job from both men. This is the most definite fight of the night. Brandon looked it good. A part of me really wanted Taira to win the fight so we can have more young talent, like some new blood coming up to fight, for the belt at 125. We just got this cycle going on where it's Kaka France. He beat Steve. So we don't get, and then we got, Figueiredo moving up to bantamweight. And now we got Brandon, who fought Pantoja twice. How would they sell a third fight between them two? You know what I'm saying? I would like to see Taira fight Pantoja, and then we can have that fight in Japan or something. You know what I'm saying? We can slot some tickets there to UFC. That'll be great. And then Pantoja have a new, fresh opponent. But You know, it don't seem that way in flyweight these days. It's not really a lot of talent at flyweight. It's just like the same cycle. Just keep going on, keep going on. I'm pretty sure Brandon Moreno go win this fight before the year end, and then we're gonna see Brandon Moreno probably fight Steve, or it's gonna be the same just cycle with these guys. But good win for Royval, showing that he's still at the top. I know Pantoja got a fight in December, so I guess we can find Brandon an opponent until the end. But fight fans, it was a good fight. Taira had his moments. No, it was moments where Taira got tired. Taira. I don't know if he ever. I don't believe he'd been 5 rounds in the UFC. He was getting tired, but he was able to kind of keep his composure and end the rounds off good, and not let it be a 10-8 round, and Brandon's favor in the fights. But yes, it was a really good fight. Is that one moment where Taira almost had like a choke, rear naked choke. It was one moment where Brandon threw like a knee as Taira was coming in. Like it was like to the chest. It was just so entertaining, fight fans. Very, very entertaining. I love to watch flyweights. I love to watch the lower weight classes because they implement, like I said, just a whole MMA game. You see the kickboxing, you see the grappling, you see the jiu-jitsu, you see these guys rolling on the ground. You just see so much, activity from the lower weight classes. And the king of that, who implemented MMA to the T, did not miss when it came to MMA in his fights. You know who I'm talking about, the little midget who would jump on your back. Mighty Mouse. My man Mighty Mouse. He retired. But my man Mighty Mouse, one of my greatest fighters of all time. Mighty Mouse implemented and paved the way for the flyweights, the bantamweight, and the lower weight classes with his overall game. And so excited, But yes, fight fans, Mighty Mouse showed that, and he just paved the way for these, and Figueiredo as well. He had a name at the time as well. Cejudo, they paved the way for these flyweights and the bantamweights to show them, hey, you can make a name for yourself. You can make a name for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Bobby a little trash talking like Cejudo did, and he was he had the flyweight and the bantamweight belt, but he made a name for himself. Cejudo made a name for himself, made a lot of money before he retired and came back to the UFC. So that's just like, then he started training John Jones and training Zhang Weili. You know what I'm saying? He just made a name for himself and just became like a star, in Cejudo. So, and Mighty Mouse too. He was able to go to one champion, make a name for himself, coming from the UFC with his dominance. So like I'm saying, they paved the way for these flyweights and bantamweights. I just wish we can get some more fresh blood at flyweight, because it's just the same cycle over and over again. But fight fans, let me know what's next for Taira after that loss. Taira just gonna learn from this loss. It's not gonna knock him down. It's just gonna learn. It's just I know it would have felt good to keep that O after the fight, and because you got that O, you never want to let that O go. But when it goes, especially when it was like a competitive fight like this.
Oh, that's a big knee.
What a knee. That
could be it.
Oh, we'll see what Taira's made of if he can.
To be ashamed of. You know what I'm saying? Just get back to the gym, get better. Try to find you a opponent, that had the same style as Brandon. And, get back on the horse, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Taira, hey, man, you never been 24 years old, man. You're younger than me. Yeah, I'm an old man. You never been 24, man. You'll be back. You make some improvements. And we will see you again. Don't let this knock you. You know what I'm saying? Let this uplift you. And train harder, man. But fight fans, this is the Cool Quay Show. I just wanted to recap UFC Vegas 98. Recap the fight because it was a great fight. It needed to be recapped. I want to go ahead and talk about it. And talk about what's next for these guys. Show some love to the flyweight because I am a hardcore fan, MMA fan. But fight fans, I'm out. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Stay tuned. We got some MMA fight news coming soon. Did you hear about it? Bilal Muhammad versus Shavkat. Nick Diaz coming back. Hopefully come back for real this time. But he fighting for Sente Luca. They rebooked that fight. So fight fans, we got some news. We got some fight reactions coming up. Francis Ngannou got a fight, PFL. Chris Cyborg on that card as well. So guys, stay tuned, man. Yeah, of course, UFC 308 before the month end. Before Halloween, you know what I'm saying? Spooky, ooky, ooky. Ooh. Trick or treat month. But fight fans, stay tuned. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. I'm out of here. You wonder. I know.
Tune into the Cool Quest Show.
That's right, baby. You heard Kale. They better tune in. He's going to be at your front door. Y'all better tune in.